I'm letting you know. I gave you an opportunity to get the weights back. Now, if you got a problem, we can do something.
What are we gonna do?
Man, ain't nobody threatening you. Yeah, you come up to me with this bullshit. I'm trying to be nice to your ass. I don't give a f.
I'm pretty sure a lot of people who lost a lot of weight, I'm pretty sure they went through this phase that I'm going through right now. And I know it's a phase. At least it has to be. For the first time in my life, I'm actually able to like not just look at myself in the mirror, but like look. You see what I'm saying? I can look at like all of this, like my stomach, my fucking chest muscles, my arms, all of this stuff, you know what I'm saying? Like, and the only thing I can truly say is oh boy, I really let myself go. And then as a guy, you know what I'm saying? Like I got these big ass fucking legs and it's a little uncomfortable. I'm not gonna lie. And of course the first thing somebody can say is, oh man, it's a lot of muscle under that body. You just gotta trim the fat and you'll be fine. But it's like I'm fucking huge. I mean, I shouldn't be able to do this. You know what I'm saying? And I don't like it. Hence the reason why I make all these videos and do all this cardio and eat all these foods and go to the gym and lift all these weights, because I don't like it. I genuinely can't bullshit myself anymore by what I see in the mirror, because what I see is a bunch of failure, a bunch of acceptance of low vibrational shit, a bunch of acceptance of bullshit. And like even doing something like that, like, you know, do that, your whole body fucking jiggles. It's like, what are we doing, bro? And it just makes me think about all those times where I, you know, would lie and be like, oh, you can eat this, you can skip out on this workout, you can do this, you can do that. And it's like, bro, like, I'm 32 years old, man. Been fighting this demon for as long as I can remember. Nobody really gave a fuck until recently. And that's because I had to make myself a priority to other people. Like, I truly believe you're not a priority until you make yourself one. What goes along with that, okay, I lose all this weight. What about all this loose skin I might have? Nah, I gotta deal with that shit, you know? Like, I gotta deal with all these different variables. It weighs on you mentally, to be honest with you. It does weigh on you mentally. But I do know, regardless of how the outcome is, you still got to do everything in your power to get to the end of the road. I don't jump to call people who are like quote unquote out of shape or fat. I don't call people lazy. I don't call them stupid. I don't call them anything that the world calls them, because I understand. I get it. I know what it's like to feel weird in pictures, to feel weird when you look at yourself naked, to feel weird when you look at yourself shirtless. It's not fun. Regardless of if you're doing what you got to do to make it happen, to get all of this weight off your body. It's not fun throughout the process. It's not supposed to be fun, because you're basically changing a negative way of life into a positive way of life. That transition is never gonna be fun. This is just how I was feeling in the moment. I'm not about to go stress eat or nothing like that. I got a bowl of egg and rice in the room right now waiting for me, because I gotta go to work in like an hour. Yeah, just wanted to come on here because I was thinking about this for like 2 days now. And if you feel the same way, just know you are not alone. Like that Michael Jackson song. I am here with you.
Okay, so it's the next day. We're at this gym, and this is the real nice gym. Remember, I said that we're gonna refer to this gym as the nice gym. So we got a mixture of things. I, for one, believe that, you know, having one way of lifting or having one way of working out is always good, especially for like introductory. I got my phone like in my hand. I got my camera in my hand, so that's why it's moving like this. But having one form of working out is definitely good for introductory into fitness, as well as something to keep you going. But I want to mix things up. So what I've been doing recently is, instead of just lifting heavy, I've been incorporating a lot of like conditioning things as well, like movements, things just to keep the heart rate up and all that stuff. Because I'm gonna still lift heavy. I'll lift heavy forever. But I want to not just lift heavy every single day. Of course, there'll be days where I predominantly lift just weights. Today is not that day. So, as you can see here, we have a bunch of stuff going on. We got the sleds right there. We got a lot of stuff in that room over there. And we got this little thing over here. I don't know exactly what this is. It's holding these weights. But anyway, so the workout for today, I did 5 minutes on the bike just to warm up. If we have time at the end of this workout, I'll do more. But I want to do 4 sets of sled pushes. I want to do 4 sets of hex bar deadlifts, 4 sets of machine squats, 4 sets of one-arm dumbbell rows, heavy, and 4 rounds of battle ropes. And I think I'm going to start with the battle ropes just to get the blood, you know, get the blood pumping, get the joints loosened and things like that. You can never be too safe. You know what I'm saying? You got to be careful. Got to protect your joints so your joints can protect you, or whatever the fucking boy say. I'm over here stuttering like a motherfucker. Okay, that's a little weird. There we go. Let's do this. Get a nice little warm up. It is what it is. This goddamn right knee, boy. Guess I'm gonna be cursed with goddamn right knee pain for the rest of my life. Now let's figure out why it is. Damn. I saw this post on TikTok, but you should follow me on there if you haven't already. And if you are, how you doing? I believe it was Andrew Tate talking. He said, it's better to have $5 million when you're young versus having billions of dollars when you're 70. Because most 70-year-olds, all 70-year-olds, are at the tail end of life. And with all that money, it's really nothing you can do with it. However, if you're young, you can do a lot of shit with $5 million. Ain't that right? I guess I gotta give a fuck. It's all good though. Not everybody has the Vanguard mindset. What's that, bro? It's like, I just got my damn route for tomorrow. I won't know exactly where I'm going until I get the paperwork, but I know I have to start at 3 a.m. It's 2:20 right now, so I gotta literally be making my way to the job in 12 hours. So with this workout, I'm just tire myself out. Probably go to sleep around like 9. That way I can at least get like 5 hours of sleep. 5 hours is better than no hours. Get like 5 hours of sleep, wake up, start at 3. I don't know what time I'll get off, and then just work out from there, you know what I'm saying? So, all right, come on. Damn. So now that we got that out the way, we gotta push this bad boy right here.
Hey, let me ask you something. Why not take those instead of those?
Which ones?
Those ones instead of those ones. I'm just a question.
Oh no, is there a difference? What happened?
Yeah, I'm on that one.
Oh, you still using it?
Yeah.
Oh shit, I didn't even know that.
Okay.
Yeah. Are you gonna add these on there?
I might.
Okay. Yeah, because I didn't even know you were still right there.
No,
I wasn't even
went
paying
to get
attention.
water.
Yeah. So I didn't even see you right
I was
there.
just wondering.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Kinda weird.
if you need them, I'll put them back.
No, I was just wondering.
Okay, but we good though, right?
Yeah, we good.
Okay.
I just wanted to know.
Yeah, because I didn't even know you was there.
Oh, really? You've been looking at me the whole time.
We got a problem?
No, we don't.
Because I'm just saying, I didn't see you right there.
I was getting water.
I didn't see you there.
Okay.
So if I didn't see you there, and then I said, oh, I'm sorry, I'll put them back if you need them. I just gave you an option.
Right. Thank you.
Okay.
I don't need excuses.
You don't.
You know
I didn't know you was right there.
Yeah, you did.
No, I didn't.
Okay.
Oh, okay. Word.
Yeah.
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 So go back to your squats.
Yeah, man. I will. Have a great day.
Man, get out of my face, bro.
Just letting you know.
I'm letting you know. I gave you an opportunity to get the weights back. Now, if you got a problem, we can do something.
What are we gonna do?
Shit, man.
Threatening me?
Ain't nobody threatening you.
Alright, get out of here.
Yeah. You come up to me with this bullshit. I'm trying to be nice to your ass. I don't give a fuck. I don't care. Yeah, whatever, bro. Shut up. Man, shut up, bro. Anyway. I got you. All right. So yeah, we got a few sets of this, and then we'll move on to something else. God damn. So we got one out the way. We got like 2 or 3 more. Stupid shit, bro. I didn't even know he was still there. I thought the shit was vacant. I didn't see nobody right there. So I grabbed the shit. And, you know, I about to do my little shit. Motherfucker come up to me like I did something wrong. And I be like, okay, well, I'll put him back if you want that. Motherfucker start getting smart, bro. I ain't got time for that shit. Come on, bro. Do you see how you understand that? God damn it. Oh. So rough life. I don't even know if you can see me over here. Sometimes, I don't know. We'll talk about that shit later. Oh my God, man. Come on. I don't even know how many reps that was. I also don't give a shit. That's all I got. I gotta back up. This angle, maybe if I get it from this side. I just saw Will Tennyson do a bodybuilding show. And you know, I don't really shout out a lot of the YouTubers that I watch. Like, the guys that I watch on a regular basis, Will Tennyson, Sam Sulek, Chris Jones, Trend Twins. I don't really watch a lot of Swole Ricketts. I don't know why. I just don't actively search him out. I gotta start watching that stuff because he's like the guy, right? At least on my For You page on TikTok. But what do I know? All right, here we go. But shout out to all those guys. 1, 2. Just me and you now. It needs to be studied how much of a pull TikTok has on like the modern person's mind. Cause I used to jam to this song, Me and You, by who's the song by? Cassie? Maybe I'm saying it wrong. I think I'm getting Cassie and somebody else confused. Let me see something. Oh shit. Yeah, Cassie, Me and You. It's like you hear the song on TikTok and you're like, oh, I used to listen to that song. Now you just start blasting this shit. I am getting pretty hungry. Yeah, that way I'm not destroying the floor. Oh God, coming up soon. I'm gonna be the next guy. Well shit, I'm that guy already. You know what I'm saying? In my mind at least. For whatever it's worth. Also, I got a lot of people on TikTok who would say that I'm their favorite creator of some kind, so that's always good. don't know how many of these I actually got in me. But we're gonna do something. Come on. One. I might have overestimated this shit. Come on. One more. And that is it, ladies and gentlemen. We are getting the hell out of here.
It is literally a week later from what you saw previously. These dishes are dirty. I have literally been ignoring these dishes for like 3 days. I'm sorry, I'm a piece of shit. It is what it is. Like I said, we were gonna talk about certain things at a later date. Now is the later date. That situation that happened in the gym is actually going pretty viral on Instagram and TikTok right now, which if you should follow me on both of those apps if you haven't followed me already. I made a follow-up video about that stupid ass guy and what the situation was, but in a nutshell, of course, you saw I was pushing the sleds. It's like 6 squat racks at this gym. As a matter of fact, Shelby had to run to work right quick for like an hour or two. When she gets back, we're gonna go there, or maybe a couple hours. No, it's 8 o'clock, so she'll be back around like 1:30. So I got some time. I'm gonna basically clean this kitchen and then I'm gonna go to the gym, the other gym, do some cardio, abs, come back, have something to eat, and then around that time we'll be ready to go. Anyway, this specific gym has like 6 squat racks, and this guy was on the squat rack. I will admit, I did see him on the squat rack when I was sitting down talking about what I was gonna do that day at the gym. As a matter of fact, if you go back, you can watch. I actually, when I was showing, you know, everything that I was doing, you could see him on the squat rack.
What's going on? We got the sleds right.
And I was like, oh, okay, you know, I'm respectful, everything like that. But by the time I wanted to push the sled, he was already gone from the rack. I'm the type of guy where I don't like my camera to be in the way. I don't like people to be inconvenienced by what I got going on. I'm a real nice guy. I'm a real cool guy. My right hand is itching for some reason. I'm a real cool guy and everything like that. But I don't tolerate disrespect very well, you know? Because I give everybody the grace of politeness, respect, and kindness. But when you try to be passive aggressive, one thing I can't stand is passive aggression. And when you try to be passive aggressive, or you try to take that, you know, my kindness as some form of weakness, it's like, now we got a problem. Like, when I ask him, we got a problem? You know what I'm saying?
We got a problem?
No, we don't.
Because I'm just saying, I didn't see you right there.
He's just one of those cats, man, where he felt entitled to all of the weights, even though he was not using them. And then you see, I even asked him, I was like, hey man, if you want, I'll put these weights back and I'll grab them from another rack. No, it's fine. I just wanted to know. If I offered you, this is why I said I gave you an opportunity to get the weights back. Because if I offered you an opportunity to get the weights back and you didn't take the opportunity, why are we still talking about this? It doesn't make sense to me anymore. We had that dispute. He went on his way. I went on my way. And I didn't talk to him at all that entire time. I cooked this bacon. Like, I cook bacon and ground beef. It has a lot of grease in it. So I got to take the grease out of the pans before I actually put the pans in the dishwasher. He didn't even use it because I asked him, are you going to use these weights? If you are still actively at this rack and you're going to use these weights, again, I'll put them back. I'll get them from another rack. I might use them. He didn't use any of those. In fact, him saying that I've been watching him this entire time was hilarious, because the only time I saw that guy was when I watched back the footage of me showing y'all what I was about to do. And after that situation, I said, let me see if he actually uses these weights. Do you think he used any of those weights? No, he did not. That was a pretty fun endeavor. Like I said, we're going back to that gym today. Hopefully there's no problems, because one thing a lot of people don't know about me, aside from me being a very nice and fun guy, I will fuck some shit up. I don't want it to come to that point, but I will do some crazy ass shit. Now that we got that out the way, let's talk about something that's actually important. I have been doing something that I just thought was a waste of time when it comes to weight loss and fitness. I've been doing something over these last few weeks. Trial and error. I just tried a few things, saw what worked, saw what didn't work, and made an assumption from that viewpoint. And now I think I'm almost 95% sure I have the recipe in order to lose 2 to 4 pounds a week, right? And what is that recipe? Go figure. It's just eating less. But even though just eating less is definitely something that could help any and everybody who wants to lose weight, this is the kicker. Psychologically, I have accepted that now, right? I talk a lot about mindset, psychology, and things of that nature because it's so easy to call people lazy when they don't lose weight. It's so easy to say you just need to do this when this doesn't work. No, weight loss is so much harder to do when you don't have the right mindset. Because if you don't psychologically believe that you could achieve these goals, first of all, you might as well not even start. What's gonna happen is if you don't have the right mindset, at the slightest bit of inconvenience, you're just gonna quit. You're gonna stop doing it, you're gonna stop making progress, you're gonna stop doing all what you need to do. But if you have the right mindset behind you, you can damn near achieve anything. So, me psychologically accepting the fact that I have to eat less, I have to, looking at old pictures on YouTube and Instagram of the foods that I would eat. Were these foods healthy? Yes, but the amount of foods that I was eating, that was the problem, I was eating an extra 2 to 3 to maybe 400 calories per meal when I didn't even need all that stuff. Yes, I was building muscle. Yes, I was being strong. Yes, I was doing all this crazy stuff. But the fact of the matter is this, I don't want to build any more muscle. I already got a lot of muscle on my body. It just doesn't look like it because of all the fat. So the goal now is, or what the goal has always been, I should say, is to maintain as much muscle as possible and lose as much fat as fast and as healthily as possible. You see what I'm saying? That's always been the goal. That's always been the goal. It's never not been the goal. And I won't say it never won't be the goal because, once we reach this goal, we're going to have to find another goal. To top it off with this job and all that stuff, it hasn't been difficult because I know it's so easy to use like, oh, I have a job as an excuse to not get in shape. Yeah, it's definitely been more challenging, but it's not impossible for you to lose weight while working. And so far, with this job, all I've been doing is driving and waiting, right? You pull up to a stop, you fill out your paperwork, you hand in your paperwork, you get your truck unloaded, you leave, you go home, everything's good with the world, right? Or you go to the next stop and you rinse and repeat. So I've pretty much just been rinsing and repeating this entire time, right? With my old job, I was, delivering thousands of pounds of product into these establishments, just getting so overworked, underpaid, and tired. But with this job, it's a little different. I kind of found a diamond in the rough type situation. Because now, again, all I gotta do, pull up, drop paperwork off, bump a dock, and then bump a dock is basically back up to the dock with your truck. Bump a dock and let them do what they gotta do. Sometimes it takes 5 minutes, sometimes it takes 5 hours. It is what it is. But in an off chance where, I gotta go in earlier than usual, I'll just take a quick nap, or I'll go on TikTok Live, which is something I've been doing a lot recently. And then once I'm done, I'll either go to the next stop or I'll come back to the shop and go home. But the fact of the matter is this: I believe that I have effectively figured out the key to my success when it comes to weight loss. Psychologically speaking, if that makes sense. The acceptance is the real demon. It's the real hard part. How often do you want to accept what the truth is? Especially when the truth hurts. You can't eat that much food. That hurts. Especially coming from a person that you may deal with problems by eating a lot of food. That may be your coping mechanism. But what do I always say? Your coping mechanisms will eventually destroy you. You see what I'm saying? So, in that case, we now have to find a new solution to the problem. Now that we got that out the way, I appreciate y'all for coming to my mini TED Talk. And I will catch y'all in a couple hours when I come back from this gym and make my breakfast. Because I don't know exactly what I'm gonna make, but I know I'm gonna make something because I'm hungry. Sometimes in life, you got to take a complete 180. This may be a complete, this is a complete 180 to this goddamn video. Most people probably weren't even planning to even think that, okay, this is how this video is going to play out. It's going to play out like the rest. No. And I'm going to tell you exactly why this video is not playing out like the rest of it. First of all, this is the end of it. I've been formulating how am I going to end this video? How am I going to do this? And I can't come up with anything. Because this thought has been on my mind for weeks now, right? This thought actually has been on my mind since before I even started this video. And that is, oh, Jesus Christ, I'm burping like a fool. Most people don't truly understand that if you ask the average person, what is midlife, right? You ask the average person, what is midlife? They'll say something like 51, 50, 55, right? Because psychologically speaking, most people believe they're going to live to be 100. That is just not the case. That is just not true, right? Midlife is, I don't want to sound weird, but truly, midlife is usually somewhere between 35 and like 45. You see what I'm saying? That's midlife. Somewhere in it, that's the golden zone for most people. And the things they want to achieve and the things they want to do, you start to look at all of those things once you reach that age as like I really gotta get my fucking shit together. You know, I really gotta do some stuff. And I say all that to say this. I truly have accepted the fact that I'm not gonna live forever, right? I'm not gonna live forever. I'm not gonna be able to be as young and as vital as I am right now. I'm not gonna be able to move the way I can right now. I'm not gonna be able to do this stuff forever. I'm not gonna be able to do anything forever. But what I do know is that even though this is a very true thing, that my existence is finite, I can now see the forest past the trees. And you're probably wondering, what the hell am I even talking about? And I'm glad you said that. If you truly think about life as a whole, you start out, kid, you don't really know shit. You don't really know what's going on. You don't know how things are going to turn out. You're just oblivious to the world and all of its bullshit. You go through life, your stress, the pain, the good times, the bad times, the traumas, that ultimately shape you to become who you are. And then you start to move through life as an adult with this same mentality and mindset that you've grown up with and you've developed over your time. That dictates if you become what we call a risk taker, if you become a person who doesn't do anything at all, if you become a person that just says, I can't accept life for what it is, so life is too scary and I'm not going to grab it by the bull, I'm not going to grab the bull by the horns and I'm just going to let it happen and let it be what it be. No. We're not doing any of that. Me personally, I am at that point in my life where that old saying, you live two lives, but you live the second one when you realize you only live one. I'm at the second life part. Like I'm at the other side of that. Not only because I'm 32 years old, like I'm getting close to midlife. Not only because I'm 32 years old, it's because I see now that the things that I want out of life will not come to me unless I relentlessly pursue it, right? Not chase, not anything, because I truly feel like if you chase something, it always gives you this sense of distance between you and the thing, right? So when you chase something, you insinuate that there's a great distance between you and you're never going to close that gap. No. When I say pursue something, I mean with the idea that, okay, I just got to get up and do it right now. I got to get up and do this. I got to make this happen. And then I'm going to go after this. And then how the cards fall, they're just going to fall how they need to. But I'm going to do things to give myself the best possible option for the cards to fall the way I want them to. They may not fall how I want them to every single time, but I'm going to do everything in my power to make sure that they at least have a great chance of falling like this. You see what I'm saying? That's how I feel about it. So when I talk about frozen focus, when I talk about, my potential move to Texas, when I talk about all of the things I want to do, the cars I want to own, the money I want to have, the body I want to have, the health I want to have, the future I want to build for myself. When I talk about all of this stuff, I truly believe it now, right? I'm not just saying things just because it sounds cool. I'm not saying it for shocks, values, clicks, views, likes, subscriptions. I'm not saying it for any of that stuff. I am now at a position in my life where I am more comfortable than I've ever been making videos like this, talking like this, saying things like this, exposing insecurities that I used to have, like body image issues and all of that crazy shit and all that stuff. Man, listen, bro, I truly believe that I am in the best possible position in my life right now to not only achieve the things I want, but to show other people that it's possible, right? That it's possible for you to be the underdog and actually go out and get it. Because when you go out here and you see people who talk about them being the underdog and them not, believing in themselves and finally achieving their dreams and their goals and aspirations, all that stuff. Yes, you see those people, but those people have already got the life that they've been building behind the scenes. Right? And that's nothing from them. You take nothing from them, right? You take nothing from these people because they earned everything. But see, I don't want to wait until I finally got it to show people it's possible. To show people you can do it too. To show people you can make it happen. I don't want to wait for that, right? I don't know how long this journey is going to take me to get to the absolute end of it, because I truly believe you don't have one journey. You have multiple journeys. You have multiple goals you want to achieve. You achieve one goal. Let's say we lose 100 pounds. You think we're going to stop there? No. Now we got to build other goals. We get this type of car, and then maybe we want another one, and then we go to this place. Maybe we want to live someplace else. And I'm not talking about purely materialistic things. I'm talking about things that I just see me wanting and see me desiring in my life. 1 million subscribers, $1 million, a nice life that I can build for myself, a nice life that I could only dream of as a kid, because I used to live on the projects, roaches everywhere, Section 8 housing, crazy ass upbringing, all kind of crazy stuff. And we can get into all of that stuff going forward in the future. But back then, coming from where I come from, nobody really gives you an outlet to believe that you can achieve certain things, because everybody wants you to be like them. Everybody wants you to be like them, because if you venture out and go to achieve certain things, most people don't understand it, so they actively try to sabotage it. Because why is this motherfucker trying to be weird? No. We're not doing that. We're not doing that here. What we're doing is we're taking it step by step, incrementally making progress to get to where we need to get to, and believing that it's possible every single step of the way. I'm telling you right now, you can literally be and achieve anything in this life if you just believe you can. And it sounds so cartoonish, it sounds so movie-esque, it sounds so cliche, because you don't apply it to your life. I say this all the time, and I will continue to say this. Things only sound cliche when you don't apply them to your life. When you apply it to your life, that's when it starts to sound real. That's when it starts to feel real, regardless of what it sounds like. What does it feel like? What emotions does this thing invoke in me? What feeling does I have? You see what I'm saying? Excuse me, I don't know why my nose is running, but you see what I'm saying? That's the beauty of it. The beauty of it is this: when you say you want something, the universe, God, or whatever you believe in, it actively just sits there and watches you. Say, okay, you say you want this thing? All right, let's see. Let's see if you actually take a step towards it. Because most people say they want something and stay where they at, or go backwards. You see what I'm saying? But if you say, I want this thing, and you take one step forward, now this, the universe, God, or whatever, says, okay, let me put this obstacle in front of you. Let me put this thing in front of you right now. See if you really, really want it. You overcome that obstacle. Smooth sailing for a little bit. Here comes another obstacle, and another one, and another one, and another one, and another one, and another one. And you see what I'm doing? Look what I'm doing with my hand, right? I'm not doing this. I'm doing this, right? Because we're going up. These obstacles are in front of you for a reason. These things are put in front of you for a reason. These trials and tribulations, you have to look at them as purposeful things for you to so I'm talking too fast. Purposeful things for you to overcome so you can learn how to be a better person going forward. Because the person you are at the beginning is not the person you're going to be at the end. You're going to learn so much about yourself and the world around you that is going to completely warp and change your perception of not just yourself, but life itself. You see what I'm saying? I'm just saying, man, I almost feel like Tim Tebow at that damn podium with that Florida game. You know what I mean? When he was preaching about how you'll never see a team work harder to get to where they need to get to. But that's the truth of the matter is, you never see a person work as relentlessly as I am, or as I am working to get to where I need to get to. And when I talk about a person, I'm talking about myself, because I used to be a lazy individual. I used to be a person that didn't care. I always made excuses. I always wanted things to go one way. And if it didn't go one way, I would just say, fuck it, I can't do it. But I have been through so many things in the last year and a half that I don't even understand how I'm still here right now. I don't even understand. Take the last 5 months when I moved to Raleigh. I was broke. I had no money. I still am. I just started a new job. I'm waiting on my first paycheck from that job right now so I can pay my rent. That's 13 days past due. What are we talking about? Right? These are the things that are going to happen and things that are going to make you feel like you just need to quit. But I don't quit anymore. I don't give up on myself anymore. I don't look at it like, oh, woe is me. I look at it, well, shit, why not me? Now I can learn and become a better person than who I was before. You see what I'm saying? Bad times are going to happen regardless. You're going to lose people. You might lose yourself a little bit. You might, fall down on your ass financially. Your car's going to break down. Your friend's going to stab you in the back. This business deal is going to go through. You're going to lose money. All of these things are going to happen. But if you remain diligent, if you remain focused on the goal, damn it, if you remain focused on what you want to achieve, everything that happens will be seen as an obstacle for you to overcome to become a better person. My right hand has been itching like crazy. I don't know what's going on. So, with that being said, I know this is not the traditional way that these videos usually go, but I can't sit here and keep editing this video and then I just feel like I'm not giving it 1,000%. This has been burning on my mind for so long, but I'm here to tell you, if you still rocking with me to this point, I promise you, as whatever God that exists, as whatever universal entity that creates life and does all this stuff, as whatever is out there, is my witness. I have never been more focused. My focus has never been more frozen. My attention has never been more steadfast, and my determination and belief in myself has never been more strong than it is right now. I understand that I don't have an infinite amount of life to live. So with the life that I have to achieve these things. I have to go after these things. We're going to sit here and we're going to watch this video when I ultimately get there. We're going to watch this video and we're going to be like, you remember when he said that shit and now look at where he's at. I don't even want this video to go any longer than it already has. If y'all still rocking with me, I appreciate it. I love y'all. All of the support, the DMs on social media, the comments on the videos, whether they're critical, whether they're, some guys say, hey man, your videos are great, but maybe you should work on making better thumbnails, things like that. All of these things, I appreciate the good, the neutral, and even the bad comments. Some people who say stuff like, oh man, you still in this weight loss journey, it's been years and you still ain't, hey, it is what it is, baby. Sometimes it takes time to build a great structure. Rome wasn't built in a day, and neither was that phone you using to comment this hateful shit. Neither was the damn city that you live in right now. That car that you driving, that car that you want to drive, that wasn't built in a day. All of this shit takes time. Perfection takes time, baby. You see what I'm saying? I'm not saying I'm perfect yet, but Regardless of if I wanted to be perfected or not, it will still take time. Sometimes when you go to lose weight, it's more so about the mindset and convincing yourself that you can lose weight than the actual weight loss itself. But we ain't even gonna get into that. This video already long enough, but I want y'all to know one thing. Hopefully y'all enjoyed this great video. We're going to achieve great things. We're going to do great things. We're going to make great things happen. I want y'all to believe in yourself for what it's worth and understand you are the harbinger of your own destiny. The only reason that you cannot achieve things in this life is if you believe you cannot. Remember that shit.